It is the female variant of the iconic and popular and equally as hated mascot type from the days of Medarot 2 that instead debuted in Medarot 9. It is RAP-0F, Rappy-Rappy, with a kit of Charge Plant, Double Break Hammer, Float Legs, and the leg ability of G-Control, which grants S rank to all terrains when a certain Metaforce threshold can be met. Now, in comparison and, well, contrast to Rappy, the original mascot type, Rappy-Rappy actually has much better synergy with itself, not just as itself as a model, but also much more friendly across the team no matter how you choose to use her. And especially given the fact that she is also available on female models as a female variant, she fills in a lot of holes that could help make building female teams a lot easier to use and more user-friendly to Metaforce-reliant fighters or supporters. Charge Plant on the head is a setup skill that, once placed on the field, will grant a little extra Metaforce to herself or any ally that charges Metaforce on their turn. So instead of getting back the usual 30% when spending that turn and doing so, you instead will get about 40 or so, making it easier to activate a lot of conditional bonuses, or even making use of any Metaforce-reliant nukes or Metaforce charging for spam a lot easier to accomplish. Break Hammer on both arms is a gravity attribute skill and most certainly what stands Rappy-Rappy apart from Rappy, primarily for the fact that Break Hammer is more utility friendly and won't break after one blow, and it's also very well known for its versatility in heavy punish. That means any incoming enemies that are packing 2 or more heavy parts with the weight will most certainly be feeling the pain, whereas 1 or none maybe not as much, but it is also worth noting that Break Hammer as a gravity skill also gets a modifier tied to success relative to its Metaforce gauge. So the higher your charge, the more likely it is you're likely to land hits without being dodged or grazed, or even the hits that land to be made into critical hits. Float Legs means that she will have pretty solid coverage across all terrains at A rank across the board, and of course S rank on Cyber, which everybody gets, but the leg ability of G-Control is a massive plus in her book, making this event reward model, even if it is a rather strange model and long past model, a very well synergized one. Again, as G-Control means that once she does have a Metaforce charge going, which ties very, very well with Charge Plant, she will have S rank across the board, and that 10% bonus will instead go up to 20, which, even if it may not be super noticeable at first glance, may still spell the difference between her outrunning someone and just barely missing them. In terms of stats across the board, as expected, a female, she is moderately light on the armor, which means this mascot type will be moderately easy to take down if she's not careful. With a head HP of about 2900, arms about 2650 each, and the legs also at 2950. She's not bad, again par for the course with female types, but also someone that needs to exercise a lot of caution to make sure she's not hammered too quickly. Her leg stats are honestly not bad, but also not terrible either based on how you choose to use them, but that's also post modifiers such as terrain or Medarot bonus. At base though, she is packing about 585 for base mobility, which is par for the course and expected for float based legs. An evade of 1038 isn't too bad, and a melee resist of 1001 also isn't bad either. Kind of in that mid-range decent point where they're not bad but not terrible either. But a shoot resist of 534, much like her male variant Rappy, is unfortunately terrible as well, as this does mean that she will be taking considerably noticeably more damage from shooting attacks and enemy snipers that like to take her down from afar before she can get close. All this being said though, as a pure set score, I still do have to rate her decently high at about a 6.5 out of 10, and depending on the situation, you probably could even talk me into a 7 out of 10. Primarily for the fact that, unlike Rappy, this model in particular actually synergizes with herself moderately well, between Charge Plant working not just on G-Control, but also for Break Hammer, and also, of course, is a friendly skill for any ally that decides to use Metaforce Sustain. This model is much more designed to be user-friendly and a team player, especially to any Metaforce-reliant fighters. As mixed parts, I do very easily have to rate her a pretty solid 7 out of 10. given, again, Charge Plant complements Brake Hammer and G Control very, very well, but if you were to mix up the parts, Brake Hammer is a skill you really can't ever go wrong with using because of its incredible versatility on pretty much any team you put it on. Plus, given the fact that it is on a female-type model that is also non-heavy, gives you even more flexibility on how you use the parts. So even though the legs may or may not see a lot of versatility, unless you're really hell-bent on using them for G control, Charge Plant and at least one form of Brake Hammer are parts you can always use pretty much anywhere.